So I just wanted to speak on something. There's this YouTube channel, Graeme O'Neil. And you know, I watch a lot of YouTube. I try to find some ideas, some news channels that are doing the same as me. It's good to draw inspiration. But after watching this video of Neyo's stance on parenting, I decided to make a comment on this guy's video and he removed it. And I'm not really a big fan of silencing people, especially if it's constructive criticism. I put some work into that comment. I wasn't just saying, you know, screw you. I was just giving my opinion. Anyway, we'll watch the video and then I'll show you what I commented.
I feel like parents have almost forgotten what the role of a parent is.
Amen.
Neyo is trending right now for what I'm calling an infuriating interview with Vlad TV. Here we go.
I just personally come from an era where a man was a man and a woman was a woman, and it wasn't but two genders, and that's just how I rock.
You also come from a time, Neyo, when not that many gay people were out of the closet. So we want to go back to that too. Like gay people go back in the closet. You're just going back to simple life.
So this guy just grabs a red herring, you know, starts talking about a different group of people, that being homosexuals, just deferring from what Neyo is talking about.
Straight cis man and straight cis woman. Like, I mean, you say you're in support of the LGBTQ community, but it doesn't really sound like it the way you're talking.
And this is another thing. If you are in favor of the LGBTQ community, it doesn't mean that you have to be in favor of all their ideas. We'll continue.
You identify as a goldfish if you feel it.
Right.
I don't care. That ain't my business. It becomes my business when you try to make me play the game with you. I'm not finna call you a goldfish, but you want to be a goldfish, you go be a goldfish. It's all
Amen.
So I'm not exactly sure what Neyo is using goldfish as an analogy for, but it sounds like trans man or trans woman. And once again, like he's saying, I have no problem with people identifying as they want, but don't ask me to identify them as that too. And this is you being accepting of the trans community? Okay, Neyo.
I think Neyo's point there is that being accepting in his way is letting people do what they wish, letting people use free will, doing what they want to do. But what Neyo's saying is he doesn't want to have to use all these different terminologies of genders to describe each person that he bumps into in fear of offending them in some way.
Little boy comes to you and says, Daddy, I want to be a girl. And you just let him rock with that? You just let...
Right.
He's 5.
Where are these 5-year-olds, Neyo? Like, show me the 5-year-old boys whose parents are letting them go around and identify as girls. Show me them, Neyo.
I mean, look, I'm not about to grab a bunch of videos online here to prove this point, but I've been on the internet long enough. I've seen plenty of stories of parents out there that if my kid says they want to start buying dresses, I'm going to get them dresses, or I haven't given them a gender until they decide what their own is.
When did it become a good idea to let a 5-year-old, let a 6-year-old, let a 12-year-old make a life-changing decision for themselves?
Right.
When did that happen?
Right.
Like, I don't understand that. I don't get that.
You don't have to get it, Neyo, and it's actually none of your business.
So it's none of Neyo's business if his 12-year-old kid wants to make a life-changing decision? I mean, this guy is full of it.
But he can decide his sex.
He can decide that. Kids can decide a lot of things when they're young. But he can't have surgery when he's 5, 6, 12 years old, like you say.
If your son comes to you and says, Daddy, I want to be a girl. Ask your son, what is a girl?
That's a good one.
What is he going to do? He's going to say, well, he might want to play with dolls. All right, you want to play with dolls. Fine, play with dolls.
Right.
But you're a boy playing with dolls.
That's
I want
right.
to wear pink. All right, cool, wear pink. But you're a boy
That's right.
wearing pink.
That's something that I totally don't really get about the whole trans community is how they say that it doesn't matter what gender you are, you can play with dolls, you can do what you wish. But then when somebody says that they want to become a girl, they do all the things that are stereotypically female. You know, like long hair, pink things. I mean, me personally, when I go to pick a wardrobe, I don't care what color it is. I don't care if it looks... I do what I wish, you know what I mean?
This is ridiculous, Neyo. Those who are transgender aren't just simply confused because they want to wear pink or blue. You're going to be kidding me, man. Like, if you're going to stay uneducated about this, Neyo, that's fine. But, I mean, don't get on a podcast and say these ridiculous things that are really dangerous. And I cut out what the host, Gloria Velez, says. I didn't bother to look up how to pronounce her name because she doesn't deserve that kind of respect. The things she was saying were extremely dangerous. That's why I didn't want to play any of them. Yeah, very, very dangerous stuff. It's extremely irresponsible of these two to be spreading these lies and misinformation on a podcast like this. It's shameful. I like Neyo, but man, this is, yeah, I'm going to see Neyo differently after this. What do you think?
The guy says lies, disinformation, dangerous. So this is where things have gone, guys. Dangerous, menacing, threatening, savage, hazardous, risky, unsafe. Do these terms describe Neyo's opinion on children and making life-changing decisions? So I copied my comment before I even made it, just in case I lost it. And I noticed 2 seconds later, the guy deleted my comment. Why are you using red herrings, arguing he's somehow homophobic? homophobic or taking us back to early 1900s, when that isn't the conversation at all. Also claiming what he's saying is dangerous is a buzzword for they're not allowed to talk about this. If any opposing opinion to you is dangerous, then what? Do you believe you have all the facts and opposing views must be silenced? I forgot to put is there. Neyo is actually dropping some truth bombs. I might not agree with it all, but there are kids under 18 getting hormone replacement therapy. A man in Canada who was a co-parent with his wife was forced against his will to get his son on hormones to become a girl, and he had no say. This is a fact. So I left a link here. So the boy who transitioned from a female was 15 years old when the Supreme Court sided with his son over his father. So basically this was totally out of the father's hands and nobody says anything. I mean, it's so sad that we live in a world where we have to keep reassuring our arguments by saying things like, I like the LGBTQ community. I accept people in that community. Live and let live. I will call you a female. I will call you a male. Call Neyo old school, but I think anybody under 18 should be told no for hormone therapy. The same way you'd say no about drinking, the same thing you'd say no about tattoos, any sort of plastic surgery. Let the kid be a kid until they can make adult decisions. And listen, I don't want to hate on this channel. Like I said, I was just drawing inspiration. I did like a lot of his other videos. I just noticed there was just this one and I just totally disagreed with the man. So no hate to his channel. But what do you guys think about this whole situation? Let me know in the comments below and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.